Question, why does it say Sabbaths in Ezekiel 20:20 and not Sabbath? It says, and hallow my Sabbaths, and they shall be a sign between me and you, that ye may know that I am the Lord your God. Verse 21, notwithstanding the children rebelled against me, they walked not in my statutes, neither kept my judgments to do them, which if a man do, he shall even live in them. They polluted my Sabbaths. Then I said, I would pour out my fury upon them to accomplish my anger against them in the wilderness. So here we have Sabbaths is plural. Now, I want to turn you to Exodus chapter 31. Exodus chapter 31 and verse 16 and 17. Exodus 31, 16 and 17. Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations for a perpetual covenant. Perpetual means ongoing forever. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. So here, it doesn't have the plural nature of the word Sabbath, and that it's the perpetual covenant. Now, in Ezekiel 20, we have these two examples here, where in Exodus 31, we had the same sign that was the Sabbath, and then we have here in Ezekiel 20:20, where the sign is the Sabbaths. And this is because we have one of the other verses that we already spoke about, which is his law, that his law is to be in our hearts, and his law was part of the sign as well. Now, he had more than one law that the children of Israel were to keep. It mattered that you kept all the law. You couldn't just keep one aspect of the law. There is a special connection to the Sabbath. There was other types of Sabbath rests that the children of Israel actually had, though, and they had to keep all of those Sabbaths. So they had the Sabbath, which is the seventh day of the week, and they had other Sabbath rests. They had the 7-year Sabbath. So every 7 years, the land would rest. And this can be in connection with why there's plural Sabbaths here in Ezekiel 20, verse 20. Now, these Sabbaths were then removed once Jesus died, because that was leading to a certain aspect and certain point. And once the government changed in Israel, this Sabbath of the Ten Commandments, however, was not done away with. We can't kill now. We can't do any of these. We can't lie. We can't steal. So these things are still in effect. And this is why in Revelation 14, it still refers back to the Ten Commandments. God was making an emphasis on his Sabbath, but also on the other Sabbath laws that he had in place, because they pointed back to the original Sabbath. They were all pointing back to this seventh day of creation as a memorial and a reminder to them. And then in Exodus 31, we've seen that the seventh day Sabbath specifically is that sign that all the rest of these Sabbaths are pointing to. So thank you very much for that question. I hope I answered your question.